We feel there is a need to present some contemporary publicity regarding the BRT-400 receiver we now have in our custody. The earliest mention is from a radio trade show held in London in January 1949. Quote, "Some fine examples of modern communications receivers were shown at this exhibition, but only an all too brief mention of them can be made here. The General Electric Corporation's model, BRT-400, is a 14-valve receiver with 6 switch bands covering 150 kilocycles per second to 33 megacycles per second, and it uses the latest miniature all-glass valves. It has 2 RF stages, mixer and oscillator, 2 intermediary frequency amplifiers at 455 kcs, and a 6-position selectivity switch for bandwidths of 500 cycles per second to 9 kilocycles per second. We will get back to these points later. The following time the receiver was featured in the Wireless World magazine was in January 1953 in an advert. For example, the General Purpose Communication Receiver, BRT-400, is built to meet the most exacting requirements of commercial service in all parts of the world, for high-grade telegraphy service and quality reception for rebroadcast. In September the same year, the set was advertised like this: justly acclaimed as Britain's finest post-war communication receiver, the BRT-400D is in widespread use by military, post and telegraph and broadcasting authorities throughout the world. By March 1959, much had happened in the field of technology, but the manufacturer still proudly claimed, quote, "The BRT-400 is still the best." Since most of the original valves were now no longer manufactured, the manufacturer drew the attention to the fact that the identically functioning replacement valves of the, quote, miniature types were now easier to acquire also from outside the UK and the Commonwealth, and moreover probably even more, quote, miniature in size. Seems the manufacturing of the receiver came to the conclusion in about 1965. Not a bad life for a product that is rather sensitive to technological development we have now so crucially become dependent on.